Everything was ready. The moment God had been waiting for was here at last. God was keeping to help his people, just as he promised in the beginning. But how would he come? What would he be like? What would he do? Mountains will bow down, seas will have roared, trees will have clapped their hands, but the earth held its breath. As signs of snow falling, he came in, and no one was looking in the darkness. He came. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Joseph was the great-grandson of King David. One morning, the girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared, right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened. "You don't need to be scared," Gabriel said. "God is very happy with you." Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else. "Mary," Gabriel said, and he laughed. With such gladness, Mary's eyes filled with sudden tears. "Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's a rescuer. The God who flung planets into space and kept them whirling around and around. The God who made the universe with just one word. The one who could do anything at all, with making himself small and coming down as a baby. Wait, God was sending a baby to rescue the world? But it's too wonderful, Mary said, and felt her heart beating hard. How can it be true? Is anything too wonderful for God? Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted, with more than her eyes could see, and she believed, "I am God's servant," and she said, "Whatever God says, I will do." Sure enough it's just as the angels had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Now, Mary and Joseph had to take a trip to Bethlehem, the town King David was born. But when they reached the town, they found every room was full. Every bed was taken. "Go away," Intake would tell them. "There isn't space for you." "Where will we stay? Soon Mary's baby will come." They couldn't find anywhere except an old tumble-down stable. So they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. And there, in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows, in the quiet of the night, God gave the world a wonderful gift. A baby would change the world was born, his baby son. Mary and Joseph wrapped him up to keep him warm. They made a soft bed of straw and used animals feeding through it as a cradle. And they gazed in wonder to God's gift, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Mary and Joseph named him Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us, because of course he had. Now, from the Bible, we know Jesus the rescuer, the King, is now born. Luke writes a great verse about it. Can you remember it? Let's go. Luke chapter 2, verse 11. Today, in the town of David, a Saviour has been born to you. He is Messiah, the Lord. Bye.